Hey everyone. In this video, we're going over a deal between YouTube TV and Disney that was made today. Now, before getting into the details of this deal, just know this is a continuation video of our most recent upload. In the last video, we went over how YouTube TV and Disney were negotiating a deal, but on Friday, December 17th, that deal would expire and all channels from ESPN to Disney Channel to ABC that Disney owned, the Disney networks, would get pulled from the service if they couldn't come to a deal, and they were not able to come to a deal. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I recommend watching that video before watching this one, but for those that did see it, they have made a deal finally. Sunday, December 19th, the news has dropped. Now, before getting into the details, if you could smash the like button, it really helps the YouTube algorithm, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Now let's get into it. So today, YouTube TV put on their Twitter account, "We're happy to announce that we've reached a deal with Disney and have already started to restore access to channels like ESPN and FX and the Disney recordings that were previously in your library. Your local ABC station will also be turning on throughout the day." They then followed that with a tweet about price, saying that your price will revert to $64.99, but all impacted members will still receive a one-time $15 discount. As always, we thank you for your membership and keep a lookout for an email with more details from us. So basically, they just wanted to give everyone the situation. The deal has been made, these channels will be restored, and the price is not going to change. Originally they said that they would give a $15 discount if they lose these channels, but of course, if the channels come back, the price would go back. So it's back to $65 a month. So the way this worked out was they basically had until midnight of Friday to make a deal originally. And at midnight, if a deal couldn't be made, all of these channels were going to be pulled off the network. And of course, a deal was not made, so the channels were pulled off. If you were a YouTube TV subscriber, you no longer could watch ESPN, FX, ABC, all of these Disney networks. You couldn't access them. And of course, that made fans and subscribers very angry, so they were commenting on the Twitter posts saying that they're going to change this and that, they're leaving YouTube TV. So that night, about an hour or two after I saw that the deal was not made, I tweeted on my personal Twitter account about what I believed actually happened, and I think I was pretty accurate about it. So you could see the dates here. I tweeted this at 1:53 a.m. on December 18th, so that night, Friday night after midnight, the news dropped at midnight, and around 2 in the morning I tweeted, "YouTube TV is losing ESPN, ABC, FX networks, National Geographic, Disney Channel, and more due to not being able to reach a deal with Disney. This ultimately is a big win for Hulu Live TV. Disney and YouTube TV will continue to negotiate a deal. In the meantime, the channels are offline. Each day this deal is not made is another opportunity for some of the 4 million YouTube TV subscribers to cancel and move elsewhere. I expect a deal to be made sometime next week because without sports and news, there's little reason to have a linear TV subscription. YouTube TV is about to find out how important Disney-owned networks really are. I would even go as far to say they are essential. It will be interesting to see in the next earnings report how many additional subs are gained on Hulu Plus Live TV. I think this was Disney's game plan. We know Disney had a bad last quarter due to low Disney Plus subscriber ads, and streaming is the future for the media giant, and making sure subs across Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus grow is a top priority. Those subscriber numbers include Hulu Plus Live TV, which also now includes the Disney Plus bundle by default. So now this may sound like a stretch, but I would not be surprised if Disney wanted this deal to not get done by expiration so the channels could be pulled and subs could move to Hulu Plus Live TV. Once many subs move services, Disney could then make a deal with YouTube TV. Subs that move from YouTube TV to Hulu would have a little reason to switch back if a deal gets made after the swap. I believe we could see a deal happen next week after enough time passes for subs that want to swap do. If I'm right and a deal is made, this is going to be a big win for Disney. So anyways, that was my Disney master plan all along theory, that Disney basically wanted the channels to get pulled so they can get people to leave YouTube TV, sign up to their service. They own Hulu, which has Hulu Live TV, and then after enough swap over, make a deal with YouTube TV and get the remaining YouTube TV subscribers still to be paying for their networks. So now that the weekend's over, I'm sure many people swapped services this weekend as the news dropped, and they had a couple days to realize. Disney's Hulu Plus Live TV took full advantage. They were ready on Twitter. Look at this. Someone tweeted YouTube TV dropping ESPN right before bowl season, and Hulu retweeted it. Hulu comes out, stories, sports, and Sunny. It's all with Hulu plus live TV. They had these ads like ready to go. Time to have Hulu plus live TV. They put with a little picture showing YouTube TV sports fans sitting on the side that just has a bunch of rocks in their face, and Hulu plus live TV subscribers getting to see everything out the window. Long story short, Hulu was ready to let everyone know that you can watch ESPN. If you're a sports fan, come to Hulu plus live TV, because they knew a lot of people would be looking for that right in this moment. So as I predicted, Disney got the most important thing for them right now, which was additional subs. I'm sure a bunch of people moved to Hulu plus live TV. And they were all of a sudden after that able to come to an agreement on a fair price. Now keep in mind, these negotiations were happening for months. They were not able to come to an agreement. Then in a couple days after the deal expires, of course, they came to an agreement right away on a fair price. Now to go back to the Twitter thread I posted, the last two tweets said, now this may sound like a stretch, but I would not be surprised if Disney wanted this deal to not get done by expiration so the channels could be pulled and subs could move to Hulu plus live TV. Once many subs move services, Disney could then make a deal with YouTube TV. Subs that move from YouTube TV to Hulu would have little reason to switch back if a deal gets made after the swap. I believe we could see a deal happen next week after enough time passes for subs that want to do the swap to do it. If I'm right and a deal gets made, this is a big win for Disney. So that's exactly what happened. Deal got made after they were already pulled. And of course, it is possible that Disney did not come down on price. Maybe they didn't just say, okay, now let's be fair and negotiate. Maybe they said, let's keep the price high. We don't need YouTube TV. And maybe YouTube TV saw a ton of subs just leaving the door and they realized, you know what? These are essential, like I said. These Disney networks are essential. We need to stop the bleeding. Let's just pay them what they're asking for. That is totally possible in the realm of possibilities, that it was YouTube that came back and made the deal with Disney at the terms that Disney originally asked for. Regardless, this is a massive win for Disney shareholders. It does not matter if Disney came down on price after they got Hulu plus live TV subscribers from YouTube TV, and then they said, okay, let's give an actual fair price and make a deal. Or in the better case for Disney, if they didn't come down on price and it was just YouTube TV realizing they're bleeding, they need these networks, and just paying up and coming to Disney at whatever their price was, either way, huge win for Disney. They literally executed this flawlessly, in my opinion. So Disney got additional subs, plus they're going to continue to get paid for any subscribers on YouTube TV now that that deal has been made. I think this negotiation was done masterfully by Disney. It was all finished before market open on Monday, and I was slightly worried how the media could spin the failed negotiations on TV on Monday. I thought that I understood what the plan was. I liked what Disney was doing to be able to move people to Hulu, but I didn't know how the media would take it. Would they try to really dig in and understand why Disney was playing hardball? This was a worry for me. I was worried the stock could drop. I wasn't worried for the long run, but I was worried, you know what, Monday, Disney could go down if the media spins this as a negative. But Disney got this deal done in time before market even opened. So instead, any Disney-related stock media being reported tomorrow is going to be either one, that YouTube TV and Disney made a deal, two, that movie theaters are back because Spider-Man No Way Home has broken records, or three, that Marvel's Spider-Man did over $500 million in opening weekend box office, and this was without the Chinese box office, so this is a huge success. Obviously, Sony owns 70% of Spider-Man's profits and whatnot in the theater. Disney's getting 30%, but it was Marvel Studios owned by Disney that made this movie, and Disney also is going to benefit from all the merchandising. They get to make all the money from merchandising of Spider-Man. I've also been looking into Disney parks recently, and just as a side note, they are jam-packed for the holiday season. Everything is booked up. I believe Magic Kingdom for most of December is completely booked up. You can't even reserve that park for a lot of the days. I believe this quarter is going to be huge. I think it's a lot better than the market and analysts are anticipating for Disney. So I am extremely bullish still on the stock. I'm very happy with the way all of these negotiations and deals ended up. And I'm extremely happy with how the box office turned out for the most recent Spider-Man movie. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you made it to the end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe. And if you're not following us on Twitter or Instagram, you can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FFMResearch. And if you want to follow my personal Twitter, it's Alexander Bittan, AlexanderBittan. All right, thank you so much for watching again. Until next time, everyone have a good night.